This world doesn't care if you're broken. It doesn't care if you're screaming inside. It doesn't care how many scars are carved into your soul. But you know what? That's exactly why pain is the greatest gift you'll ever get. Because pain is proof. Proof that you're still alive. Proof that you haven't given up. Proof that there's still fire burning inside you, even if it's buried under all the wreckage. Pain is a reminder. A reminder that your story isn't finished. A reminder that even if you've been crushed, even if you've been dragged through hell, your heart is still beating, still demanding more. You think you're weak because you've been beaten down? No, that's what makes you dangerous. Because no matter how many times you fall, you still rise. No matter how much it hurts, you still clench your fists. No matter how many times life tries to crush you, you still roar back with everything you've got. That's real strength. Not comfort. Not ease. Not a life without struggle. Real strength is born when your body screams quit, but your heart screams louder. Never. Strength isn't the smile you wear when life is easy. Strength is the fire in your eyes when life tries to bury you. Strength is the refusal to stay down when the world pushes you into the dirt. Strength is choosing to rise even when your legs shake, your lungs burn, and your mind whispers that it would be easier to stop. The world wants to break you. Good. Let it try. Let it throw everything it has. Let it rip you apart, tear you down, grind you into the dirt. Because every time you get up, every time you spit blood and keep moving, every time you look your suffering dead in the eyes and laugh, you become something no one can touch. Unstoppable. Unstoppable doesn't mean you never fall. It doesn't mean you never feel pain. It means that no matter how many times you're torn apart, there's nothing that can hold you down for good. It means the fire inside you burns hotter than the storm around you. Yeah, pain hurts. It burns. It claws at you until you think you can't take it anymore. But listen, without it, you're nothing. Without it, you're just another empty soul floating through life. Pain sharpens you. Pain awakens you. Pain forges you into someone who refuses to kneel. So stop begging for it to go away. Stop wishing for an easier path. Instead, bite down, clench your fists, and fight harder. Fight like your soul depends on it. Fight like there's no tomorrow. Fight like the pain is fuel pouring gasoline on the fire burning in your chest. You're not fragile. You're not weak. You are alive. And if you're alive, then you still have more strength to give. So what if you're covered in scars? So what if you've been broken 1,000 times? So what if the world laughs at you, doubts you, spits in your face? Smile back. Because every scar is your proof. Proof that you took the hit and you're still standing. Proof that you faced hell and you refused to stay there. Proof that no matter what the world did to you, it wasn't enough to keep you down. People will tell you to slow down, to quit, to play safe, to accept the cage they're stuck in. But you're not here to be safe. You're not here to live quiet. You're here to fight, to risk everything, to take the pain and turn it into fire. Because freedom doesn't come to the timid. It comes to those who are willing to bleed for it. It comes to those who would rather die on their feet than live on their knees. It comes to those who choose the hard road, the dangerous road, the painful road, because that's the only road that leads to something real. So when you feel broken, laugh. When life knocks you down, stand up. When you can't breathe, scream until the whole damn world hears you. Scream until your chest burns. Scream until the doubt inside you shatters. Scream until even your fear understands you won't be controlled. You don't need pity. You don't need saving. You don't need anyone to understand. All you need is that burning inside you that refuses to die. That voice that says, I don't care how much it hurts, I will keep going. That voice that refuses to bow. That voice that turns pain into power. And when it's all over, when the dust clears, when the world looks at you with wide eyes and wonders how you're still standing, smile, because they'll never understand the truth. The pain that tried to break me only fed the fire that made me stronger. But don't get it twisted. This fire wasn't born from comfort. It wasn't born from safety. It wasn't born from living a quiet little life where nothing hurts. It was born from suffering. From nights when I couldn't breathe. From days when I thought my body would collapse. From moments where every voice inside me begged me to stop. And I didn't stop. I chose to bleed. I chose to hurt. I chose to keep walking when the ground itself tried to swallow me whole. You want to know the truth? The world doesn't hand strength to anyone. It doesn't gift you power. It doesn't care how much you want it. It tests you. It drags you through hell. It breaks you down until you don't even recognize yourself anymore. And in that place, in that dark place, you only have two choices. Lay down and rot, or rise and fight until your soul is screaming. Most people quit there. They break once, they fall once, and they stay on the ground for the rest of their lives. But not me, not you, not anyone who decides that pain will never be enough to silence them. Because every time life swings its fist, I swing harder. Every time the world tries to drown me, I drag myself up gasping and I laugh. Every time my body says, I can't take this anymore, my spirit screams back, then I'll take more. That's the difference. That's why pain doesn't destroy me. It builds me. That's why no matter how deep the scars go, they don't weaken me, they armor me. And that's why when I stand, when I walk forward, when I fight, nothing in this world can stop me. Listen, there will be days where it feels like everything is against you. Days when your own mind becomes the enemy. When you look in the mirror and see nothing but failure staring back. But in those moments, remember this: failure is not death. Pain is not death. As long as you are still breathing, you are still dangerous. And a soul that refuses to die is a soul that can't be chained. So let the world hate you. Let them doubt you. Let them whisper about how you'll never make it, how you're too weak, how you're not enough. They don't know the fire inside you. They don't know the nights you've endured, the battles you fought, the demons you've already slain just to be here. They don't know the weight you carry and still walk with your head high. They don't know, but you do. And that's all that matters. Because in the end, it won't be the easy moments that define you. It won't be the smiles, the celebrations, or the victories. It will be the scars, the broken bones, the blood on your fists, the nights you fought when no one was watching. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you free. So hear me now. If the world wants war, give it war. If life wants to crush you, let it try. If pain wants to swallow you whole, laugh in its face and tear yourself free. Because no matter how dark it gets, No matter how heavy it feels, no matter how impossible it seems, you will rise. You will rise screaming. You will rise bloody. You will rise scarred. And you will rise stronger than anything that ever tried to bring you down. Because this truth will never change. The pain that tried to break me only made me unstoppable. You will rise screaming. You will rise bloody. You will rise scarred. And you will rise stronger than anything that ever tried to bring you down. Because this truth will never change. The pain that tried to break me only made me unstoppable. But don't mistake unstoppable for untouchable. I still bleed. I still feel every cut, every bruise, every blow. But that's the point. I feel it all and I keep going anyway. Because that's the difference between those who talk about strength and those who live it. Strength isn't a mask you wear. It isn't a smile you fake. It's a choice you make again and again when everything in you screams to quit. The darkness you're walking through right now, and it's not there to kill you. It's there to test you. It's there to burn away the weak parts of you. It's there to see what's left when there's nothing left. Every tear is fuel. Every scar is a weapon. Every moment you don't break is another piece of steel added to your spirit. And in the end, that spirit will be something no storm can destroy, no enemy can shatter, no cage can hold. Most people don't get this. They think freedom is easy. They think strength is born in comfort. They want the prize without the fight. But you've seen the other side. You've lived in the hunger. You've stood in the rain with no shelter. You've had nights so dark you thought you'd never find your way back. And yet you're still here. Breathing, fighting, defying. That's why you're dangerous. That's why you're different. If you're going to rise, rise like a storm. If you're going to fight, fight like a monster. If you're going to live, live like the fire inside you is greater than every hell outside of you. Laugh at the pain, mock the doubt, spit in the face of fear, because fear feeds on silence and pain feeds on surrender. Starve them both. Listen to me. One day, people will look at your scars and see failure. They'll whisper about your pain like it's something to pity. Let them whisper. Let them point. Let them doubt. Because you'll know the truth. Each scar is a story of war. Each scar is a map of battles won. Each scar is a reminder that you were forged in fire, and fire doesn't bow. So when the next storm comes, and it will, storms always come, don't run from it. Step into it. Step into it with your eyes open, your teeth bared, and your fists ready. Say to yourself, this is where I get sharper. This is where I grow teeth. This is where I become something no one can break. Because you are not here to survive quietly. You are here to rise loudly, to take the blows, to endure the pain, and to stand taller because of it. The world will try to break you again. It will test you again. It will drag you back into the fire again. Good. Let it. Because every time it does, you'll come back stronger, harder, faster, and wilder than before. And when you rise next time, you won't just rise, you'll roar. You'll roar so loud the sky will hear you. You'll roar so loud the walls around you will crack. You'll roar so loud the fear inside you will run. And in that moment, the world will know you can't be stopped. You can't be broken. You can't be caged. Because you've learned the secret. Pain is power, and you've made it your own. So keep standing, keep fighting, keep laughing in the face of pain, keep rising no matter how dark it gets, because there's no end to what you can become if you refuse to kneel, because there's no limit to what you can do if you refuse to stop. Because every time you're thrown into hell, you're not dying, you're being reborn. This is the truth. Pain is not your prison. It is your proving ground. Pain is not your curse. It is your crown. Wear it, own it, rise with it. Because nothing, not the world, not the darkness, not even your own doubt, will ever take from you what you built in the fire. The pain that tried to break you will always be the fire that makes you unstoppable. But listen to me now. This isn't over. This isn't the end of your fight. This isn't where you walk away quietly, pretending you're done, pretending you're finished. Because the world will keep coming. It won't stop because you're tired. It won't stop because you're hurt. It will keep testing you. It will keep pressing on the wounds you already have. It will keep trying to grind you down until you're nothing but dust and memories. Good. Let it. Because you are not dust. You are not a memory. You are not a forgotten name drifting in the wind. You are a storm. You are a heartbeat inside the chaos. You are the roar that refuses to die even when the silence tries to smother it. Every time the sky cracks open above you, remember this. It's not a warning. It's an invitation. An invitation to step into the lightning, to meet the thunder head on, to show the world what a soul on fire looks like when it refuses to kneel. You want to know what real freedom is? It's not safety. It's not comfort. It's not a quiet life where nobody notices you, where you never take risks, where you never bleed. Real freedom is standing on the edge of the cliff with the wind tearing at your face, the sea screaming below you, and still choosing to jump. Real freedom is knowing you could lose everything and still refusing to kneel. Real freedom is spitting blood and laughing because you're still moving, still breathing, still fighting, still alive in a world that tried to bury you. Most people will never taste it. Most people will live and die in their cages. Most people will let the world decide their worth, let the weight of doubt decide how far they go. But not you. You've already been in the dark. You've already been hungry. You've already felt the weight of despair pressing on your chest, choking your breath, whispering in your ear that it's over, and you're still here, still rising, still dangerous, still building a fire inside your ribs no storm can put out. That's why you terrify them. That's why they whisper. That's why they try to drag you back down. Because they see something in you they've never seen in themselves. A refusal to break. A refusal to surrender. A refusal to fade. So keep going deeper. Keep walking into the fire even when your skin feels like it's burning off. Keep sharpening your teeth on the stones the world throws at you. Keep taking their hate and turning it into steel. When your lungs burn, breathe deeper. When your arms shake, grip tighter. When your heart screams, scream back louder. When your knees buckle, stand anyway. This is what they don't understand. You don't just survive pain, you use it. You don't just take the blows, you turn them into weapons. You don't just stand back up, you rise taller, stronger, louder, like a wave that refuses to stop crashing. The next time life comes for you, don't flinch. Don't beg. Don't hide. Smile. Step forward. Show your scars. Bare your teeth. Say to yourself, this is where I get sharper. This is where I get stronger. This is where I stop being human fear and start being human fire. Because you're not here to crawl. You're not here to whisper. You're not here to blend in or fade into the background. You're here to rise. You're here to fight. You're here to roar so loud the sky trembles, so loud the walls around you crack, so loud even your fear runs from the sound. And when you do, when the world sees you standing there, bloody, scarred, unbroken, they will know the truth. They can touch your body. They can hurt your skin. They can scar your soul. But they cannot break your will. Not now, not ever. The darkness will come again. The storms will come again. The battles will come again. They always do. Good. Let them. Because now you're not just unstoppable. You're inevitable. A force the world can't cage. A spirit that can't be drowned. A fire that can't be put out. A storm that only grows stronger the more it's struck. And when the final blow comes, when the dust rises, when the whole world waits to see if you're still standing, you won't just stand. You'll rise higher. You'll roar louder. You'll burn brighter than you ever have before. Because you've learned the deepest truth of all. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the teacher. Pain is the weapon. Pain is the crown. And you've made it yours. So don't stop. Don't slow down. Don't go quiet. Fight like the storm. Laugh like the sea. Rise like the sun breaking through a night that tried to swallow it whole. Because you are proof. Proof that pain can't break what refuses to kneel. Proof that scars are not shame, but armor. Proof that even in the darkest pit, a soul can choose to burn. And that's why, no matter what they throw at you, no matter how deep the cuts go, no matter how heavy the chains feel, you will not just survive. You will not just fight. You will conquer. The pain that tried to break you will forever be the fire that makes you unstoppable.